What's up, nerds? Welcome back to
You
another
suck.
episode of
That's
the
the
famous
biggest
Cinci
super
podcast.
nerd
No,
so bad.
This is
Super
good. This is
nerd
good.
and
This
you're
is good.
acting like
Don't
everyone
trust
else
in
is
the same boat as
Wait,
yourself.
listen. Just listen. Just wait. Okay, so we're here with our hosts, Strikewind and Super Nerd Synactive, because Synactive is
I'm
like
not a super
you're
nerd.
literally a massive
I
nerd.
know
Wait. Just wait for it.
You are.
And we've got 4 special guests today, like by accident, because Maxmur was meant to be the replacement, because he was meant to replace Dr. Joe, who was meant to replace Cinci, who was meant to replace Venom, but Venom actually ended up coming anyway, so we're just gonna do it with an extra person.
Spoilers for Dr.
Okay, the
Joe.
real reason is Kugel was calling them and didn't want to leave them out, so he just kind of added them.
So anyway, we have 4 special guests.
Whatsoever, it doesn't know how to say no. So we're
Ncat, and shut up, Ncat.
Didn't seem like every episode except one though.
Yeah.
What?
No. Oh, sorry. No,
Never.
they got a British version of me that cared about
Can we stop
science and
talking about
weather.
British Cinci? Oh my god. Okay, just wait. Okay,
British
so
Cinci
we have
technology.
Ncat, the biggest nerd challenge player in the game.
Biggest ego in the
Nerd
community.
Cat, that's what the N stands for. GDVenom, the creator of Venom Pizza.
He also made Gloom.
And
Gloom.
Maxmur, he made and Maxmur, the former challenge list owner back in like
And verifier
2001.
The biggest prodigy ever seen.
Yeah, and I'm the verifier of unnerfed impertinence, so I'm cooler. Yeah.
It's
Anyway.
except it's nerfed because it's literally easier.
Anyway, will I verify Death Quarter?
No.
Shut up, Maxmur.
Maxmur said no. Okay, Ncat, what about you?
No. Can we restart without Maxmur?
No. Maxmur.
Yeah.
Maxmur said no. Ncat, what about you?
I think he will nerf the level to around new Death Quarter by Durami difficulty and verify.
That's a no. All right, next.
No.
Okay, you heard it here first.
I think it's
No.
it's even. It's no and yes.
Cat,
Yeah,
do you think that he'll verify his current version of Death Corridor?
There is no way he will verify his current
Okay,
version of
that's a
Death
no.
Quarter.
All right, next.
Oh my god.
GDVenom. Do you
Yeah,
think
Venom.
he'll verify his current version of Death Corridor?
I believe Noctafly is gonna get into it.
Oh,
True!
Let's go! Base.
No, that's the board. The people who know Google the most, everyone.
I don't want to do this
This entire
podcast anymore.
All right,
People
so
actually know,
Kugel
sorry.
said it was like including Kugel's IRLs. I guess he was
What do
technically
you mean
ahead, but
including
now
my
it's gone.
IRLs?
Now you're behind.
What do you mean including my IRLs?
Okay, but can I say
It's just
something real
hyperbole.
quick?
What?
I think he won't verify his current version because he's gonna change everything every day. Like, he just keeps buffing and nerfing stuff.
So yes, that's a yes.
So, Ncat,
So I don't
do
know.
you think it will
Like, what
stay
do you
this
think
current
are-
difficulty when he verifies it?
Yeah. Do you think you'll verify Death Quarter this difficulty or harder? This difficulty or harder? Do you think you'll verify it?
I think he can, but I don't know if he will because he never played.
Look, just go with your heart. Just go with your heart. You know it's a no.
Well, he will probably die 96
Exactly,
10 times,
it's a
knowing
no.
he's very lucky, so probably not.
Yes,
Oh
all right,
my
as a no.
God. Okay,
Wow.
Let's go.
let's just move on.
That ego,
One
man.
day
He's
he's gonna
so
stop
sad.
asking this question. He's gonna
That
stop
ego
asking this
is
question in the
bad.
future podcast.
Yeah,
He doesn't wanna know.
This question is cancelled.
Yeah.
Google's so sad. He's just like, oh, okay. Let's just move on.
Why does it even matter what the other people think? Like, it's not like it affects whether you will beat Death Core, unless it does. But that's
No,
not a
obviously
base move.
not, because like when I first started it, literally nobody thought I could do it. Like,
It should give you more motivation.
yeah,
so proving
now
people wrong
there's
is
like
awesome.
now there's actually like a huge
You
amount
have
of
to
people
prove
that
them
think I
wrong, though. Are you sad that some
Well,
some
Google,
people
you kind of have
think
to
that you can do
upload
it?
progress that wasn't a
can.
little
Yeah,
months
you
ago.
have to
Well,
upload.
I will.
Google, you're almost
Eventually.
reaching the year mark.
Yeah.
Oh
I mean,
my
actually,
Anniversary video.
okay. In that case, since
I need. We need to talk about timings, okay?
No, we don't.
First of all,
yeah,
we
let's
need to
talk about units of time. I was actually thinking about this today. Like,
Yeah.
kiloseconds are technically a thing, but I've never heard anyone say kilosecond.
How would
And
that work?
you need to click in a
No,
kilo
but, like,
second.
Google,
Okay,
I have
alright.
Yeah, there is.
Kilosecond,
Yeah.
kilosecond would just be 1,000
I
seconds.
know.
What's the point of 1,000 seconds? It's like not.
Google,
just-
I
don't
had
think the base 60.
centiliters yesterday on my chemistry exam.
That's normal though.
Centiliters.
Yes.
Okay, that's normal. That's
Wha-
because
what?
liters is like base 10, but seconds is like base 60 or whatever, right? As in like it goes to like minutes and then hours.
Based.
So like so 1,000 seconds doesn't
I
really
guess.
translate well to anything.
Why the hell do we have questions of opinions on Germans and opinions on Bulgarian spelled wrong? Or Belgians, okay. Belgians, okay. I thought I saw an R. I thought I saw an R. I thought I saw an R.
Bulgarian spelled wrong.
That was Synactive's idea, but now that you brought it up, yeah, Ncat, tell the world what you think of Belgians and Germans.
Okay,
Oh,
so
my God, don't fuck this up.
Germans are actually not that bad if you compare them to Belgians, since it's the worst place on the planet. You could like rather live on literally Antarctica or something, and it would be better.
Wow, alright.
Why? But why?
Why? Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been to Belgium, but I go to Belgium like I go through it to go to France because I live in the Netherlands, and then one time our car broke down since the gas we went to was like shit in Belgium. And so our car broke down. We had to go to this hotel, which was literally a prison. Like, there was no food. The beds were so fucking unbelievable. And like, you had to climb this painful ladder just to get into bed.
By the way, and I thought Ncat was like exaggerating when he said that, but he showed me pictures of like the hotel he went to, and it unironically looks like a prison. Like if I walked past that place, I would have thought it was a prison. I'm not even joking.
It seems like
it just was a prison.
why
you
are
paid to
so many
stay.
different countries like
Repurposed
reappropriating prisons?
Prison.
Why are so many countries reappropriating prisons? It seems like America tried to do this, but they already had hotels, so they just turned like schools into prisons or prisons into schools or something.
Yeah.
There's a website called is this like a prison or school.com or something, and I keep getting things wrong because like the website is really hard. They show you like an American school or American prison. You have to like click.
Dude,
which
if
one
that
you
was
think
with Belgium and hotels, it would literally be.
It's unironically true though.
Does Belgium even have a language?
Modern American schools
It
literally.
uses German, French, and Dutch. Like,
What?
why?
What a fucking retard.
Like combined into one language.
I mean, they speak it like all three of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's not funny. It would be funny if they were combined into one.
I mean,
Rep-
probably
that sounds
some
like-
retards do.
Oh, it's a school. thing.
Wow.
I don't
Isn't
know.
isn't Belgian a language though?
Dude,
Yeah.
You have
when
like
I'm like,
what?
when I'm like tired as fuck, I sometimes accidentally like mix German words into my English, and I can imagine those fucking Belgians like mixing French and German into their English.
Yeah, and Dutch.
Oh my god.
I mean,
there
Dutch
is,
Dutch is easy to mix with English because there's a lot of really similar words.
And German.
No.
Because Dutch
Yeah,
is
I don't
German.
know. But
I mean,
yeah, there's a
Dutch
Belgian
is-
language called Vlaams, but like Flemish, I guess. But that's just
Flemish?
Dutch,
Flemish.
but hilarious, or just some French shit. I don't know. I don't.
Dutch is already hilarious.
Oh, wait,
Hitler do the what?
Dutch is literally copied from German.
but yeah,
You can literally ask
Wait,
us,
where's
shut
the image? Oh my god.
what the fuck?
I think this
up. There's
is
no way
school.
this is a prison, right?
It's a prison. What?
What? No.
I'm actually
Oh,
playing this
this-
game as well right now, and I got it wrong in the first guess. I got like
All
0,
right,
20
this
points.
looks like a school in Asia. Of some sort. Yeah, I was right. South Korea. Let's go. That's a prison. Yes, I'm a god at this.
Wait,
Prison.
that's a school? There was like an orange jumpsuit and bars. I was like, that's a prison. Actually, it was like a school gate.
What is everyone else's opinion on Germans and Belgians?
I don't know. I'm not racist.
Venom
so
is,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
not-
is German,
like-
so let him
I have
talk.
opinions.
Any specific opinions on either, but
Venom,
I guess
Venom,
my
what do you think
heritage
of
is
yourself?
German, so sure. plus-
Wait, what?
What?
yeah.
No, your
So
heritage is
you're-
Italian.
Oh
You're
yeah,
Italian.
sorry. No. Only if I lose at Sonic Mania is it Italian, but
Damn, I got
Well,
10
Yeah, every
correct
time
school
since he
prisons in a row.
loses in Sonic Mania, he has to put Italian in his bio because everyone thought he was Italian because of the way he looked, and by that I mean just me and one other person. But we
Yeah.
said that he looks really
no,
Italian.
it wasn't you and one other person. It was one other person, and you thought it was funny to agree with them.
No, I thought it too. I literally, you literally do.
And that one other person probably doesn't know what Italy is. So, like,
What?
You do. Is it important to not have ego?
Yeah, like, and Synactive has like a massive ego.
That's why he has no friends.
Okay, we can all
Exactly.
agree that Google has the biggest ego in this call.
Yes.
By far.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
No,
It's not even
We
close.
can all
Actually,
agree.
like-
See,
In Kugel's case, the ego is like fine though. Like if I was Kugel, I would also have a huge ego.
Exactly.
yeah, Sam, because he's the best
I
player.
mean, yeah.
I'm the best Uno player, and I'm
I'd
the
say
best.
Kugel's probably got the
Okay,
best
that's
ego
cap.
for someone that hasn't verified like an extreme demon.
He hasn't even,
And
yeah,
never
That's
will.
even he's an extreme demon.
I mean, I guess he beat Acropolis.
Kugel,
medium.
I beat
when
it,
are you
yeah,
gonna
I-
beat Artificial Ascent?
Yeah, when is artificial ascent?
Like I haven't played it in a while because like
That's too
I
easy.
kind of got
most
demotivated, but I
embarrassing-
might start playing it again.
Everything, and ironically, Enka says it's too easy, and ironically, everything is so easy for Google that he handicaps himself so much, actually.
Uses OBS for extra delay. Uses
OBS, Steam
even though he has
overlay.
third Steam overlay.
Wait, Steam overlay adds delay?
Yeah.
How does that
Yeah.
add delay?
That's not
It's like it adds like a
See,
nanosecond of delay.
Kugel wants to keep the game hard, so he just doesn't play it
Yeah, it's just
very
too
often,
easy
and
for him.
that way he can't get too good.
Yeah, that's
If
He
you play on
can't get
360,
too
you would
good.
verify unnerved silence club stuff.
Is there anything that would give you 1 kilosecond of delay, or is that too much?
Okay, Google, you're arguing that it only adds like a nanosecond of delay, but you're also the one who's saying that 240 FPS frame perfects are easier than 60 FPS frame perfects because they have less delay.
True.
that.
You unironically say that.
Well, I didn't say 240 FPS frame perfects are easier. I just said that like they're not 4 times harder. So it's like
No,
a
you
three-
literally said
no, I said
easier.
a
No,
3
they're not.
frame.
They're not
I said a 3 frame on 240 is easier than a frame perfect on 60.
I share pretty much all of Kugel's opinions on this. By the way,
Because Synactive is kind of based,
He also has so much delay.
except when he disagrees with me. Yeah. Oh yeah. Fucking Synactive still hasn't bought a new PC. He can't even run like Stereo Madness without getting.
I can
Like-
run Stereo Madness, but I can't run Jumper.
What is the difference? They're like the same.
Song is just
Jumper
better,
has
that's
more
why I counted it.
objects.
Like,
Jumper ending is fucking
like when
impossible.
are you actually getting a new PC? I don't know.
Just laugh.
That's literally true, by the way. I actually can't run the Jumper, but I can't run Stereo Madness. That's not actually false. I can't record Stereo Madness, though.
Okay, Ncat. So, what kind of challenges do you enjoy playing mainly? Like, obviously wave challenges, but what kind of wave challenges do you like the most?
Ones that you don't have to learn.
Like sight readable ones?
So fucking based.
Yeah, I agree.
Like-
I hate the ones that have like gravity portals everywhere and shit. And
Yeah,
it's like,
you'll have to like
the click
most of
pattern
your
is
time is learning, which is gonna be so like boring and not fun to start. You like won't ever even start it.
So
I feel like more simple click patterns as well are a lot more satisfying than like fucking like gravity portal every 2 milliseconds and you can't even
And
tell what's going
For
on.
some reason, that's becoming the meta for generic challenge, and everyone is making it. So the list is basically getting so unoriginal and boring. So
I have a
Yeah.
question, just from an outside perspective. So, what draws you to challenges over like just playing actual levels? Like, because to me, there's like a lot of challenges I've seen. Like, I've seen your video compilations of doing the most dumb spam trash in the world. Like,
okay,
that's like 2
That's
seconds
also an
long.
exception.
Ncat hates demons,
By the way,
except for like Renevant. Ncat hates demons.
Because like, what
I
do you
don't
find
know, they
enjoyable
take
about
too long
spamming
to
for
beat.
2 seconds? Like, just hoping to get through that one time
Are
of trash.
demons like too learny or something? Like, why do you find them
They
boring?
take so long to learn, and they take too long to beat. You just every attempt takes way too long.
So, do you think you're inconsistent with long levels and you're good at short bursts? Is that
No, I just think that the thing is every attempt takes long, so it's not
Okay,
really.
if that's the case, I don't understand why you like thinking space so much. Because that's literally the whole point of thinking space.
Reason I
You
beat
get
it.
you get to 68 every attempt.
Okay, I don't know what was wrong with my brain on that level. I just connected. Okay.
Is it because it's bad?
It's like it was just meant to be for me or something.
Like there's very few reputable qualities of it, and so you're just like, that's perfect. This shouldn't be a demon. I like it.
It's so funny. Like, how can you hate it?
I like Inquisition, but it's just confusing to me because like the thing that you dislike about demons, thinking space is probably the worst
Because
offender.
Thinking Space is the only level that I could actually stand that.
The only worst offender is
So
Zodiac.
bullshit.
Google.
Well, no,
So,
Zodiac.
I do have another question then.
bad.
So I saw on Twitter probably like a month ago or so, like Nagfu, I hope I pronounced her name right.
Oh, God.
Nagfu made some challenge.
Oh my god.
And there was a Twitter war as hell about it, and I saw like one side was basically like, dude, this is shit, and the other side's like, you just don't like challenges that aren't your skill set. It was bad. I want to hear your opinion on it.
I also want to
Just
say
Ncat
something about
or
it. Well, all of us.
Yeah, all of us.
Yeah,
Okay,
all
I'll
you
start.
challenge people.
I completely distance myself from that situation since Twitter is an actual like.
Yeah.
You got
It's actually
cancelled. Ncat got
dark.
cancelled on Twitter.
Yeah, Ncat got cancelled.
Oh yeah, I
on
got
Twitter.
cancelled on Twitter because I asked someone a question.
What was it? Okay, we'll move on.
Well, yeah, it doesn't matter even. But
Yeah.
that challenge, I mean, if you're gonna make a challenge where you have to click once per second, or like once per 2 seconds, and then make like a 500 CPS spam randomly, I don't think it really flows well.
Yeah.
So is it
yeah,
like is it more the click pattern that you're disliking, or like?
Yeah, I don't. The click
Okay.
pattern doesn't make sense at all.
Okay, my issues with it is sort of something similar, where it's like the gameplay looks just really awful to play. It looks
Yeah,
like it looks
not
like
satisfying.
the definition of what a non-challenge player thinks
Yeah,
challenges are.
That's
like
what I was about to
it's
say.
like brain dead garbage. Like no, challenge players aren't just gonna play trash just because like
Well,
looking into
they might, but
no, some people do, but like I mean, personally, when I play challenges, I have standards. Like I don't want to play any like
VSC might look horrible, but it actually has some really interesting gameplay. Like the concept behind it.
and yeah, that's another thing about that level.
It's very
where
unique.
Where it's like, okay, not only is the gameplay dog shit, but it's also just not interesting at all. Like there are challenges that are not really fun to play, but like they have cool concepts, or they're like somewhat interesting. But like that level is just the most boring gameplay ever, but made in a way that's just also really.
How I kind of viewed it when I looked at it.
I'm not even gonna.
When I
say
looked at
anything,
it,
I guess.
I don't play.
I
I'm
think
sorry.
Max can say something.
Max, say something. Go for it.
I don't dislike it. Wow, now I'm getting.
Oh yeah,
on the
because it
podcast.
barely has wave. Wow.
It does. What
No, it
do you
does.
mean?
Like,
It
what do you
has
like about it?
literally
What do you
wave-based.
like about it? What do you like about it?
No, I think it's unique, and I see the idea that there's like
see the
some
footage.
small like
I'd have to find
music
it.
sections, and then breaks, right? And he makes the gameplay.
I mean,
in
that's
those
fine. I
music
don't care
sections.
about that. I'm talking about
That's
like I'm just talking about like the raw gameplay itself.
That's a pretty cool idea, and the gameplay is made like. I think it flows in this very unique, weird way that it would work very well if it was
still
like
need you.
top 60 and not top 3.
Yeah, the difficulty.
I
is
think
also a problem.
I think the challenge would be amazing if it was like
no,
top
like I
50
mean,
or
other
something.
than the garbage gameplay, I'm indifferent about it, and I do like think what you're saying is valid. By the way, I'll send the video here. I do think what you're saying is valid, but it's just like that doesn't make up for the fact that I just, it just looks really unfun to play, and I remember on Twitter seeing people like, why are people complaining if it's not fun? It's a challenge. Like,
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah,
Like,
that's stupid.
like
That's
people
very
people were
stupid.
getting mad. People were getting mad.
I hate it when
that
people say
there was
it's
an expectation.
so it should be fun.
Yeah,
I
no,
hate
no.
when
Like
people say that. That makes me so
people
mad.
would have this weird expectation that you're stupid if you think a challenge should be fun. Like, oh, so I guess challenge players are only allowed to play shit levels, and if
Okay,
it's-
I'm watching it right now. The gameplay is not as really recent tab tier as you say it is. I think it was
the levels
like I'm looking at it. It
like
was
it.
clearly made like with effort.
Okay, here's
The
how
gameplay
I
was
here's how I
clearly
do
made
it.
with
Bro,
effort.
what the fuck?
I think this is like I think the gameplay is in its own way unique, but if the click patterns are trash, it's probably not like unique doesn't necessarily mean fun.
No, I don't
Yeah.
even think it's unique. It looks so like bland to me.
I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
It-
half of it,
it's
like
really
all the
generic.
ship parts are just like straight fly, and then the waves are all just like really fast spams. Like,
Yeah, and then it, like anyone could.
There is,
It looks like an
there's
impossible
like 2 straight plays and
the
only one
the only
spam.
part of the level I think is like
impossible.
somewhat decent is like the UFO slope thing.
Google,
but-
there is only one spam out
Yeah,
of
the-
like 3 wave sections and only 2 straight flies,
So we have
which
so we
are
have-
short.
So okay, let me go through the waves. We have like a Crimson Planet looking wave, which I've already
Yeah.
played Crimson Planet, and then
Yeah.
we have the spam that is really really ugly, and then we
Yeah.
have
I
like
can't believe that
I
exists.
don't know what this is.
Yeah, it looks like Synactive gameplay mixed with Crimson Planet.
And we have like the worst. Okay, that's not the
Fly.
worst. It's just a stray fly. It's
Yeah,
dumb.
but that's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, straight fly on its own isn't bad, but it's just like
Interesting, but I guess they're okay. That
it's
they
just
wouldn't.
boring gameplay to me.
I
Like
think
nothing.
I think there would have been a lot more better
Well,
like, reception if it
I
wasn't
don't even really
like
note, like, I don't pay that much attention to the wave spam and the straight fly. I pay more attention to everything else, and I think it's pretty cool.
I
Like-
think this whole thing just would have not been a big issue if it wasn't just kind of made with like a kind of a pretentious air around it, where if you don't
Yeah.
like this, you don't. That means like you don't like different things. You guys just like trash.
Here's
Like
the
it just had that issue, and
Yeah, and
B,
it-
it was made for someone else to verify
Yeah,
on top of that.
Verifying it itself, nobody would have a problem with it.
No, like and people were like
And so-
shitting. People were shitting on like the challenge community because people didn't like it. Like,
It's
wow,
just,
but-
it's just like
but-
it's just like a
I-
7-star creator
yeah,
making
no.
making a extreme demon like in a normal game, like, and it's not great, but they're still having it was just the whole error that ran around it that I didn't really like. Like, if they would have made it, hey, here's my top 3 challenge, you know, I hope you guys like it, and that was the end of it, fine, whatever. People can like it or dislike it, but just the whole, it just felt
Yeah.
pretentious, and that's
and,
kind
yeah,
of
and
where
then
I-
like
Well,
after,
Niche
like,
View, so when he got criticized for it, he kind of acted very not in a not good way.
yeah,
That-
and I
he
think
was
that
like-
was the big
It was like,
issue.
and then he was like, "Oh yeah, let's make challenges to like ruin the challenges." or
Yeah,
something.
that
like,
garbage.
like
That was
I mean,
so-
like, it's
No,
they're obviously
Google.
not being serious about it. Like, I don't think they were actually gonna do that, but it's just the way that they reacted. It's like,
Google, I just rewatched the video, like looking at the time, and the wave spam is less than 1 second, and the stray flies are together 1 second, and the level is 29 seconds. So it's
yeah, well, because most of
not
it is the
70%.
breaks, and I'm
Yeah, the
okay.
brakes don't count. You can't cut the brakes.
Yeah, I'm fine with the
okay, I'll
breaks.
cut the
Like,
brakes.
the only thing that about like the only
Rewatch it
part of the
again.
gameplay that I don't even dislike, I'm like indifferent about, is the UFO. The UFO is
The UFO is literally the only thing that I'm indifferent about.
I mean, I don't even like the UFO
Waves are,
necessarily.
like, not the worst, but they're not good. I don't like them.
Yeah,
First-
I mean, I'm not a fan of the UFO, but
personal
but it doesn't like look terrible. But like the rest of it, it just looks so bad to play. Like it's like, you know, like you don't make a challenge just for the sake of difficulty. You know, like obviously,
Yeah, it
if you're
looks
making-
bad. That's
if
my
you're
point.
making- if
It
you're
looks
making it-
bad. It looks horrible
looks
because of how hard it is. If it was nerfed a bit, well, not a bit,
yeah,
a lot
yeah. I mean,
actually,
like I think like this,
then it would be
like a
horrible.
level that is like the way that this is made would
This
have
is
to be a
Dorami
lot.
challenge.
Yeah. Yeah, the Dorami challenge.
Every click in UFO now seems like it would be the most frustrating and annoying click ever. Because
I mean, that's just Nichu gameplay, pretty much.
No, but like I mean, like I've played like Aku and stuff, and I
Well,
actually
not Echo. I mean the Rust kind of Nichu gameplay.
yeah.
People
I get
like
that.
Rust too, though.
Yeah,
I mean, no, but
don't
like I
Rust.
played Rust and Aku, and like I think those like the gameplay in those levels is good, but like this is not the same kind of gameplay as that. This is just something
It's
unique.
similar to Rust, but more unhinged, kind of.
Played by the creator. Rust looks like it was made to be played by the creator, and this one does not.
Like this one is literally like what kind of annoyed me. It's sort of like, oh, who cares about challenge players? Just make like shit that doesn't look like it's even been play tested, and someone will beat it even if it's unplayable. Because challenge players can play.
People for having that image of challenge players though, because again, there are some challenges that you guys beat that are garbage.
I don't play challenges that I don't like. Like that's just how it is.
Same.
Like if there's a challenge that I think is
no,
terrible,
that's
like
a lie.
half of
I'm
you,
playing
you
volleyball.
have like half of you have WN's levels are just.
yeah, but like most of them are shitposts, and
I'm actually fun.
like a bunch of them aren't even on the challenges because the challenges has like stuff like spam. Like
Oh yeah, that's true. I guess they're not actually challenge list levels.
Yeah,
they're
there's like
jokes.
there's like spam. There's a spam challenge list, which a lot of like the spam levels are in, but like those aren't in the actual challenge list.
Yeah.
There's something I want to talk to Ncat about.
What?
Ncat, why do you think Koros is impossible? Like I think it's humanly possible. But why,
Okay,
Oh my
but
god, how is that a question? It should be the other way around.
the funny part is that you haven't played it as much as me, so you don't understand how inconsistent and hard it is.
I'm not saying it's not inconsistent and hard, but I'm just saying you're like
You don't understand how inconsistent hard it is.
You don't understand how like good people can get at the game.
No, I know how good people can
Okay,
get.
in that case, what is the hardest wave level that can be beaten by a human?
Dude, how can you even measure that?
Name a level. Name a level.
What is the hardest level that exists right now? Like the hardest wave level that you think can be beaten by a human?
Halo
Or
100.
like a challenge.
That could be like
You could even beat
Right.
Koro's progress, like a certain percentage on Koro.
Yeah, it could be chorus progress.
Fuck, I don't know every level in GD, so like what?
From what you know, you don't have to like.
And how
I
about
know that Koro
Koro?
0 to
How far can
56
Koro?
is possible for a human to do.
What?
Koro's what?
Yeah.
Getting 56 on Koros is possible.
What about 56 to 100?
That's a different story.
What about 57? What about 57? Is that possible?
No, that one extra release really just makes it all impossible.
Okay.
Like this is too vague to even
That's
talk
the exact limit. Okay, is cognition possible for humans?
about. No, what? Everyone hacked it. If you wanna like expose someone, just look at if they beat the cognition or not.
Overrated.
I'm blocking.
Base venom.
Actually blocked. Holy shit.
Okay. Okay. Here's an interesting question. Ncat, do you plan on ever like doing an end swish except for the challenge list and just beating every challenge, like
No.
every top 75 challenge? No.
He would have to be jumps mastery.
FF.
Yeah, Final Fantasy literally exists by the way.
You can beat that.
Final Fantasy,
I
the
cannot do
reason
it.
you can't do it.
And VSC with spam, so what can I do?
And
You have
do
the
you
spam.
think
Challenge-
falling,
You have the spam gene.
and do you think falling health fix will ever be verified?
Why are you asking that now? What the fuck? No, wait. No.
Don't ask that.
Forget.
You're not supposed to say anything about that, Cinci.
Oh, okay.
What?
You're
Forget.
so
Don't
dumb.
worry.
It's not even a topic.
What is happening?
You are literally brain dead.
Okay. No. Just like pretend that didn't happen. Anyway,
I guess.
you can
So
beat
confused.
You can play it. Like, it's really fun. Like,
NCAT, you can beat VSC.
Yeah, if I put on 100,000 attempts.
okay, how about this? Will Hately Sim ever be verified?
Yes.
Talking
Oh my
about
god,
that
I know that one.
garbage
Hey, NK,
level,
I can give you a
what
copy
is
if you
that?
want.
I really would want one.
Okay,
You-
here, I'll give one to you right now.
Go.
NCAT, when are you
Suck his
verifying
black
Pharaoh
bar,
Frenzy?
No, you're the verifier for that.
But okay, NCAT.
Hmm?
As
So,
if you would have recorded a bot now.
do you think you have the spam gene?
No, I do not.
Yes,
How-
you do.
how can-
On your
how
right
can you
hand.
not-
There's CPS!
Okay, yeah, I actually do on my right hand, but that doesn't matter since I play with
But
left.
you
Oh, so,
handicap
like-
yourself just
like
like
the-
Google.
The gene is
By
only
playing
there
with
in
the
your
left
right
hand.
hand, but
Yeah.
it's like asymmetrical. Your hands.
Yeah,
Like,
I guess my body's literally asymmetrical.
okay, I don't think that's how it works, but
Pretty sure.
you know, we always talk about genes and stuff, but I'm kind of curious. What do you like? To what extent are you joking about it? Because I don't know. Like, obviously when you say like
especially Maxmur, I actually want to know.
yeah, same, because you always say like,
Okay, I
oh, you
can't
have
watch.
you have
I
this
can't watch
gene.
the video while also being in the VC because my internet starts dying.
Maxmur,
Okay,
are you
the-
at your genetic limits?
Like, okay, because you talk
What?
about stuff like luck gene, and that's obviously just a joke. But like,
Yeah, look, Gene is a G.
Except if you're
but
Venom.
Obviously, what the fuck?
which ones are jokes and which one like you actually think is a gene? Because you think spam genes real, right?
Spam
Okay.
Gene, yeah, sure.
Okay, you think there's a skill gene, Maxmur?
Like, I think everyone. Okay, you cannot deny everyone has their own improvement speed and their own skill cap.
I think it depends. Like, I think their own improvement speed, not for everything. Like, you could have a fast improvement speed for like certain skill sets and a really slow one for other ones.
Yeah,
Parkour
yeah,
based.
sure.
It exists, right?
Yeah, I'm sure there are like differences like these, but I also don't think we're even at the skill level where genetics would
matter.
even play a role. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, but then
Why not?
why do people just
Like-
improve
like-
differently at different things?
even with like
Hardware,
even with like
hardware.
sports, right? If you go to like the Olympic level, that's when stuff like genetics
Wait,
start to matter. But
I actually that doesn't really matter as much. People were saying that there's like a very very vanishingly rare chance that any human on Earth, even undiscovered, is faster than Usain Bolt because they don't have the world class training that he does. So even if someone was like genetically faster than him, they wouldn't actually be faster than him because he's trained for all his life, right?
yeah.
It is still about practice to this day.
Yeah. Like, no, I feel like with Geometry Dash, it's less genetic based than sports, because sports is like your physical body. You know, GD is, I guess you're using like your finger muscles and stuff, but
Yeah, and it's
But
one part of your body.
I feel like it's a lot less genetic based than sports. And sports already, it's like
It's a lot more sight.
most of it is practice. Like, obviously genetics will make a difference, but you know, it's not like everything. So when people like say, like, even I make jokes about like, you know, genes and stuff, but
Yeah.
I don't really think that it affects it that much. Like, I say I don't have the spam gene. I think if I practiced and like played a certain way,
No,
with, like, a
you
certain grip-
actually, you literally, if you click like a that's again a part of you handicapping yourself. Like, if you click like a normal person, which is hard clicking, you can do like what 14 CPS.
You fucking light click?
Yeah, Google soft
Oh,
clicks.
Jesus.
That's why he always cries about spam.
Clicks.
God.
No
What's
one
wrong with
soft
soft
clicks in this
clicking?
game ever.
What is wrong with soft clicking?
Everything.
Literally, it means you're bad.
Well, I mean, his
I don't
finger,
understand the
his
di-
finger
I don't
probably
understand the
appreciates
difference.
it, to be honest with you.
Can someone explain what's soft clicking and hard clicking?
Okay, soft clicking is when you just click your mouse normally, like this. Hard clicking is when you do, and then people have to buy a new
Yeah, the
mouse
other type's better at GD.
yeah, but you have to buy a new mouse every week because you
I
like
haven't had a new mouse in 3
Had this
years.
mouse for like
Yeah, same. I haven't had a new mouse in 3 years, and I
Hard
use a
would make you
fucking
better to
G903, and I butterfly click on it
I
every
don't
day
know,
playing
like people
volleyball.
people say that it makes you better. I disagree.
You never tried.
I
Does
noticed.
it just
I
make it more
tried it when I
intentional
did
or
it.
something?
I noticed I started improving when I started doing it. Back
Really?
In the day.
What?
Yeah.
What is it?
I used
They
to
got-
what quicker.
Like, no, it's just like how you click your mouse,
hand
like
or
like,
finger
okay.
off your mouse.
like when the way you normally click a mouse is most likely soft clicking. Hard clicking is when you like smash it with your finger or whatever.
Is there
Yeah,
any
yeah,
scientific reason why it would make you better? Like
Leverage.
Leverage,
Literally
I guess.
leverage and speed.
Yes.
speed. So is it
That's
like
why Google
and
has
it-
6 CPS.
The muscles you would use to like hard click are different than the muscles for soft clicking. Like you use more muscles, so I'm guessing if you like
Yeah.
train them, they could be
It's
better.
more
and
intentional.
faster.
Your movements are a
Wait,
lot.
I kind of understand. Is it like you're pushing your whole hand down, or
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
I kind of understand that. Yeah.
Some people move their whole hand. Some people just move their wrist. Some people like whatever. But
Yeah.
soft clicking is usually like your hand is on the mouse at all time, and you're just moving your finger up and down. Hard clicking requires like actually like more significant movements.
Well, do you put your like hand on the do you put your wrist on the desk, or do you have it in the air when you're clicking?
What do you, no, my wrist is on the desk.
Do you like cover the is your tendon when you like click the mouse, is your tendon scraping across the table, or do you have your tendon not like touching the table?
I don't know. It's like, okay, it's really weird. I can try to like take a picture of how it looks like.
Just hold your mouse. That's probably.
I'm not sure if pressure on the wrist can stop you from moving your fingers. I'm trying it right now, but probably not. So wait.
It doesn't.
Actually, I'm feeling that there's a difference. I'm squeezing my wrist, and I think there's a difference.
Move your mouse weird. Honestly.
What do you mean?
I think. What do you mean?
What?
What do you say? I didn't hear you.
No, I said if you're a GD player, you kind of have to move your mouse weird.
Literally, this is how my hand position is like, and my left hand is usually on the space bar.
Yeah, Kugel's hand position is pretty similar to mine, but a little bit wet.
Is this like a mixture of claw grip and the other grip, right? Anyway,
Why is your entire arm on your desk?
Because okay, I think I know why my hand is like sideways like that. It's because for like years I played with spacebar, and I'm so used to my hand position being like that my muscle memory is best if I'm holding the mouse like that. Like if I hold it normally, like to the side of my laptop, I become way worse at the game. Like
I'm unable to hold a mouse anymore because to avoid carpal tunnel, I have to like tilt my hand so that it's like resting on the side of my wrist or something, so that it doesn't like.
You know, my dad has this like weird mouse that's like sideways. So like
an ergonomic mouse. Okay.
Yeah. So maybe
but I just put my hand like kind of sideways on a mouse. Well, I have like a mouse pad that's got like jelly in it now, so. But I still do that.
With this podcast.
Anyway, Google,
can we
explain space?
With this whole
Space
podcast.
UK.
What about space?
How he improved so fast?
Because he's played in a smart way. He's good at practicing. Yeah.
What way? He went from like what? Well, that's what he claims. I don't think
okay.
of people believe it.
Synactive, explain why you think jumps aren't impressive and why you don't think.
What? Oh, because you could do a lot of.
Yeah, like
you're not
okay.
forced to play the same level for the whole.
Exactly.
Time.
Like okay, the golden was his 5th demon, but who said that that was like the 5th demon he ever practiced? He could have practiced like a bunch of list levels that he never beat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sure, but how did he go to like 0 to the golden in like a few months or something?
A few months?
No, he No, yeah, it was like a bit over a year. But
yeah.
But also, like I was saying, it's because like the game is getting more advanced. Like a lot of the good players now are people who were playing the game before. But like if Space UK started playing the game in like 2016, he would not have gotten this good in a year, right?
My hardest is like a medium demon. I could beat an extreme demon that's like high tier and be like, "Whoa, guys, check out my jump."
I think new players now can improve way faster than like old players did back a few years ago. So now when you have new players who like improve super fast, you're like, whoa, they're crazy. But the truth is maybe if you started playing like now, you would actually improve way faster than you did when
you'd make it up to where people are a lot faster. Because there's a lot of more fun levels.
Yeah, because there's a lot of levels of higher difficulty to play. And like mental barriers are removed for those harder levels. Like if you're playing like a level of like, you know, like Zafkill back in 2015 or something, which is top 1 by miles, you're going to be like, wow, this level is an impossible level because it's way harder than everything else.
I don't know. For me, mentality does not affect the game.
But if 100 people have beaten it, then it does. Dude, mentality is like
it affects the game 0 for me.
100%. Maybe for you, I don't know, but like
what are you talking about?
What?
That was Maxmur who said that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Maxmur is like a very mental player. I don't know what you're talking about.
Mentally retarded.
Yeah, you know
mental problem.
Like, you are like your problem is mental. I don't know what you're talking about.
What problem?
What?
Like, you're saying the reason you think you can't improve at GD is because of your mentality.
Yes, exactly.
How? Okay, look. I was playing GD, right, and I was thinking like that I could just like everyone else I can improve and do shit, and then I actually tried to do shit, and I was like, wow, I actually can't do anything. And then I tried for like so fucking long, I completely gave up, and I just started, and I thought, okay, yeah, I can't do anything ever in this game unless I just grind it for tens of thousands of attempts, and that's when I started beating everything, all of my like hardest achievements.
I feel like Maxmur is also not playing the right levels to improve necessarily.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into improvement. Like a lot.
Yeah, like
I
if you
did. I tried.
Actually,
It
there might be an
never worked.
explanation. An explanation could be that the pressure is off, or there's no expectation, and so that's like the mental effect of that. The fact that so a lot of people will give up if they think that they should
No,
be
I
better.
just never.
like okay, Maxmur, literally the only things you play are like weird.
No, that is
skill-
not true.
no,
That
no,
is actually
weird
not
skill set
true. I've been
challenges
playing.
and, like memory insane demons
No,
and Kowareta.
that's not
That's all
true.
you play.
I've been playing daily challenges, and on every single daily challenge, I take the most attempts out of everyone. On some, I take more than everyone else combined.
I doubt that. Like, I don't even think everyone says how many attempts they took. So
Yeah.
I'm sure there are people who took more than you. But
I am sure there aren't for shit. At least like TU2, which was a 5-star daily challenge. It took me 5,000 attempts. Everyone else spent like 500 max.
also, Maxmur, isn't your PC like bad?
If I play with Discord closed, then the game does not lag at all on 240.
Okay. I don't know. I still think like because you're like, what is your monitor even? It's 60 hertz, right?
Yeah, it's a laptop.
Like, I feel like you have room to improve, like more than you think you do. Maxmur. But yeah. Anyway, one topic I wanted to talk about with Ncat is his Geoguessr skills.
What? No? Yeah. What?
Yeah, you're like literally the best Geoguessr player I've ever seen. in my
There
life.
is so many people that are so
There,
crazy
yeah.
at Geoguessr that just
You
makes me
literally
sick.
like see like a random road in fucking Africa and you guess it 10 meters away.
You should
Look
have
up
more subscribers.
Look up Geowizard on YouTube.
He is nowhere even near the top.
Yeah, and that's nowhere near the top even, and he's still.
Yeah, I understand that maybe there's
Pretty
people who are
good.
better than you, but at the same time, you deserve way more subscribers for the videos that of the crazy guesses.
Where's
Or
the
wait,
static coming from?
is it just like high? What is it? If you play a lot, you will get these kind of hits.
I mean,
Or
you can
are you
get
literally-
vibes for locations when you like play a lot, I guess.
Right, but the videos you post, is it just are you getting just super like lucky because you play a
Well-
lot, or are you actually like applying lots of skill?
Like
well.
the Luxembourg one, I think you saw that. Like I could just tell from the roads that it was Luxembourg. I don't
Right.
know.
Okay.
But guessing itself, like getting 2 kilometers away, that is luck because
Okay,
I
but
would
like
not know where
at
it
the
is.
very least, you're like extremely consistently able to get the country right. Like most of the time, you get the country right. Like almost always, like
Yeah.
80% of the time, right? So, how do you know what country you're in? Like, what things do you base it off of? Like you said, roads is one thing, but like,
It's-
what other things?
It's
Like,
actually really interesting because a lot of countries have like different like types of meta, like signs, typical signs they use, road markings. Like you can look in the air and the compass to see if the sun is north or south, and then you would know if you're like in the northern or southern hemisphere. And it's also like some cool things you can.
I've heard all of these before, but have you memorized all of this?
Well,
or do
you
you have
can
feeling?
memorize a lot of things, but
By
you
just
also have to
playing a
get
lot.
feelings.
yeah, like you have like an intuition for it. Like sometimes you're not even able to tell why. You just like know, okay, this is this country. Like I feel like this is this country, and then you're right. Like,
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm just gonna like paste a picture. Hold on.
You also base it off stuff like number plates, which side of the road.
Yeah.
you're
Take
on.
a picture of my
But
outside.
that's just things you have to remember. Like
Yeah, okay, but I mean, aside from like, man-made stuff, you like don't you also base it off of like the types of trees and stuff,
yeah.
and like the nature, like what things there?
If you have Russia, you just mostly have to look at the trees if you are ever gonna guess close in Russia, since going north, there barely are even trees most of the time,
Mm,
and like there's also a lot of pine trees if you're more north. More south, you actually have some fruit trees, and then you can go into southern Russia. You
Interesting.
have birches in the middle.
And wait, aren't you also able to tell by like the hills or something? Like if it's a country with hills or a country without hills?
Yeah, I mean, you can even look that on Google Maps itself when you're guessing. You can see if there's like hills or not in a place.
yeah.
Yeah. Wait, but like, does Netherlands have? Because I think
No.
I remember you saying that like, oh, this is Netherlands because it has no hills or something.
Yeah, there's no elevation in the Netherlands.
All flatter than a pancake.
Literally.
Okay, hold
But
on.
I think Geoguessr is a lot more interesting than people actually think. 'Cause you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
actually
I
learn a
mean,
lot.
like even playing with Ncat is really interesting.
I
Um,
love GeoGuessr and I'd play it if it wasn't paid.
Oh
Payton.
yeah.
That's actually stupid how they made it not free.
Okay.
Send this to
I
him.
mean, I get it though. But
Did
like,
they made the game not free? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
game was
even
you know-
even the mobile app is not free as well.
Oh wait,
Wow,
really?
that's
I
stupid.
thought it was.
Okay,
I'm
wait.
pretty sure it was.
Ncat, can you
No.
guess this? This seems like a really. It's just like mostly on the boat.
This is really easy, I think.
How?
No, because the location is like I just want you to know guess what like with the city. I mean, just by this
Well,
picture you could probably
I mean,
don't
I mean,
know.
I think I
Like,
know.
How
I
can
think
you
I know
guess
what
by
is.
this? You cannot see anything. You
Yeah,
just see
you can't
water.
see anything.
My guess is
mean,
like
this,
Vienna or something.
this could be
Hey,
like.
you're on the right track with what you're
Oh,
looking
sorry,
at.
sorry. No, I meant Venice.
I thought it was Germany at first.
It's obviously Europe, and that's
Well-
all I can say, really.
I don't know. I was thinking like Prague or something.
Why do you think Prague?
The building in the background.
Yeah, that building, one of the most famous buildings in the world, right? So this is one of the most famous locations in the world.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah, so
I
just
don't know
think
this
about
How
that
can
building.
you tell by that court?
Wait. So was it actually Prague?
No. This
but-
is even more famous. Like even a child. But the thing is, I didn't want to show the building in its entirety because it's
Oh,
instantly
is this
recognizable.
UK?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, I think I know.
Oh,
that's
Oh,
Parliament.
like,
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
Ben?
I was like, wait,
okay.
is that Parliament? Yeah, I can tell now that now that you
Okay.
pointed it out. But like,
I don't know.
but like, I didn't
Without-
even realize it was a building at first. I thought it was a fence, like because I wasn't
Yes.
paying attention to it.
A fence. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
it
the
looks
thing
kind
when
of
you
like a fence.
when you have a really famous location, you can't really show it. I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
it would kind of spoil it if I showed the roof, but
I'll probably also like put the images on the video.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then it wouldn't make sense if you didn't. So
Yeah.
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 Okay, this one I think is more guessable for NCAT. Definitely.
Okay, but it literally says .uk.
yes, but I don't want the city. I guess.
You want the city?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean,
Well,
I mean,
I
it
don't
says
know.
city
Looks like
center
Scotland, but
Culloden.
that's it.
it is in Scotland.
Questions are actually pink.
Okay, yeah. Wait, how could you tell it was Scotland?
Okay, is there not?
Burger.
Okay, I suppose if you get to the country level by looking at the signs or the trees or whatever, is it like hard to get to the city level?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's
What do you
so
actually
many-
need
You
in order
can, you can
to?
literally be in any city. Like, it's
So-
not only big cities.
What's the best way to find out which city you're in? Is it like just looking at the signs?
Well, I mean, I play in a mode that you can't, like, move around. You can only look around. So, most
Yeah.
of the time, you won't even be getting the city unless you're lucky.
Right.
But,
Do
like,
you-
I more do, like, country streaks or, like, something.
Have you heard of the subreddit picture game?
No.
We're gonna move to picture game rounds, but picture game is basically like GeoGuessr, except you get like an obscured image, or basically even half an image, or just a puzzle in general, a geographical puzzle. And the people who actually get it right are like they're like ridiculous. They've memorized every single river delta in the world or something. And when
Okay,
asked
but
how they got
that's
the
just
question
bullshit.
right, they said something like, "Oh, I just recognize this as the Tripoli Delta, and then I just like found the coordinates or something." Like that actually happens, but we'll go for like something maybe simpler than that, but it is an obfuscated image. I don't know if you've seen this kind of image before.
Okay.
What? What the fuck?
Okay, what? I mean, obviously, US. or Canada.
Yeah. How do you know that? Is it because of the truck?
It's because of
Because the marking.
sign.
Hey, here's the
The
thing.
signs.
People, if you're editing
Road
this,
marking.
better actually put the images on the screen instead
Yes,
of
I will.
It's yellow lines
Yeah. Okay.
on the
I mean,
road.
it is in the U.S.
What's it called? Do you know? Or I mean, are you able to tell like which state it's in?
In some Geoguessr guides, they will tell you like streets per state, or like or at least the highways and stuff. Do you have that information, or do you not?
Okay.
Yeah, but
memorize
not
it?
in cities.
Oh, okay.
Any city in the US just looks so similar.
That is
think,
actually true. That's actually very true.
This could be like Georgia, but I don't know. Could also be more north.
Yeah.
What about did the trees tell you anything?
Yeah,
I mean,
actually,
it
the
tells you it's
trees
winter, but
seem pretty cold, so
Yeah.
that could just be because they're deciduous. And it's like the time of year or something. So there's a lot of like incorrect things, incorrect like red herrings. The trees are completely not telling. This is like Oklahoma City, whatever.
I mean, I think if you like have a bunch of streets and stuff memorized, I can see how people can find it. But like, if you're just basing it off of like intuition and just like basic rules, uh, it can probably only really get you so far. But I mean, Ncat still sometimes is able to get it pretty close. Like, even if he gets it to the country, well, okay, depending on the area, maybe there's like more greenery, maybe it's more metropolitan, maybe it's like close. It looks like it's closer to the capital, and then based on that, he would guess it and like which roads look similar. That's how he's sometimes able to get it like 50 meters away. Although that does also require luck, but
do you need to know a lot about like geography and like where things are placed in order to play this game?
what do you
It
mean
helps
where-
if you know like
yeah.
the latitude, like if the trees will tell you which
I guess so.
temperature and stuff is, I guess.
You could also
Like,
see,
sort of rotationally, like this place is next to this place. I'm so bad at geography.
I think it doesn't. I'm not sure if I'm just ignorant about this, but I feel like in America the culture is more homogeneous in per state, right? For example, if you see like a truck like this, we just know that in general Americans like these types of trucks. But if you go to like Europe or whatever, the cars might be different in the different countries or something.
I'd say there's
Yeah.
certain places with more trucks like that, and there's certain places with less. But yeah, pretty generically, Americans will have cars that are like that in most areas.
Another question I have for you guys. So, Secupin Circles is rated, obviously, and all that, right? And there's some big dilemma. People were like, "Ew, no, we
It
don't
was
want this."
solved. It was solved today.
yeah, we had a
If
conference.
that's what you're talking about.
How
Oh,
was
what-
it solved?
Wait.
Well,
Okay. You're talking about the challenges, right? The.
No. I was talking
Oh.
about like the whole
Sorry about
mentality.
Oh,
The
sorry.
challenge- Tell me
Okay.
about the challenge controversy. I've never even heard.
I
Oh no, I know what it's about. It's like basically one of the rules of the challenge list is if you have like runs on a level as a challenge, because a lot of the challenges on the list are runs on Sakupin circles.
Two
it
of them.
Yeah, two. Like it can't be a run on a level that has been beaten, or like a demon or whatever, right? Like there's a lot of them on like impossible levels, but you can't just do like a run on the golden and then be like, oh, put this on the challenge list, right? But those challenges were like already there, and no one really, back then Sakupin Circles was not beaten. And now that it's been beaten, there's this whole controversy of like, okay, well technically those levels should be removed now by that rule. And yeah,
So
and I
how's
don't
it
know.
solved? I guess I'll ask my question after that. How's that solved?
We're
Oh.
removing them.
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's that simple.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, fair enough.
My question was more the mentality of when Sakupin Circles got rated. There's this kind of an outcry of this is too shit, this is too bad. This is a
Really?
horrible number one. I was seeing. I was curious. What is your opinion?
People complain about every new top one.
Yeah,
so
I
I don't think
do.
there's anything new.
There's like some people on Twitter, like the accounts I actually hate the most ever is like Dice88 and Benedict. All they do is just shit on levels. They do nothing else on Twitter. They just shit on levels, and I just like don't really pay attention to those. I just know Twitter like demon players like to complain about everything, so I didn't even really
the main
Like-
thing I was going for is because out of like our top ones, I feel like Sakup and Circles might be the closest we've gotten. I mean, I know Synactive likes it, but as far as like everyone else, might be the closest we got to like kind of a little quality control of gameplay. Like that level is definitely different than most things that are on there, to say the least.
I think that's fine. I think that's a good thing actually. But like, and this is coming from someone who cannot stand that type of gameplay, and I can't even play it because I just it's like the complete opposite of my skill set. But I like even that I like because it's a breath of fresh air from like fucking the same generic extreme demon over
It's
and
a
over
9
again.
circles level.
No, well, yeah,
I mean, I
yeah,
no, I like it
the level
because
itself, but I mean, I'm talking about the gameplay, not the fact that it's a 9. Obviously, like deco-wise, it's
Well, I'm not even
terrible.
talking about deco wise. I'm talking about like gameplay wise. It's also pretty nice
have-
circles, but
have you-
super hard.
Have you ever no, like I've never seen a 9 circles level that has remotely the same gameplay or similar gameplay to that.
I guess
like,
that's
it's,
true. This one's
Yeah.
more
Like,
like, yeah, I guess that's true.
Like aside from the fact that it's wave, that's where the similarities end. So I don't know.
The
Like,
level just feels claustrophobic as crap.
Yeah. and again, I really don't like the level, but I want more sort of levels that are experimental and it's not just sort of like the same skill sets over and over again. You know.
I want to see like Death Quarter type stuff or like Thundercloud, which I really like. I've talked about that a lot.
You need
so
to. I want to decorate that, but like I can't decorate shit, and it's an XL level, so. And it's a really hard thing to deco, and I have like specific standards, so I don't know if I'll ever be able to deco it unless I get like someone else to do it for me.
That's a level that's only possible in 60 FPS, and I think given that levels that are impossible on lower refresh rates are now allowed on the list, I think that or are now allowed to be rated. I think that levels that are only possible in 60 should be rated as well.
Yeah.
It's only fair.
that's awesome. Actually, I've been wanting to make a level that's only possible in 60 for a while.
Like I might just like
It's literally only fair.
I might just do that.
But
with
I would
Death Quarter.
not make it long. I would make it like 40
Yeah,
seconds or
making it
something.
XL seems like a bad idea.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's the main issue with Death Corridor, but like I think now that people have this mentality of like, oh, who gives a shit if it's possible in 60, and like most of the top 5 now are just not possible in 60. I might just do the same and like make it only possible in 60 since apparently that's not a standard that matters anymore.
Yeah, apparently it's only that's how the game is supposed to be.
I'm
so.
very annoyed with that standard. I think everything should be possible on the most common refresh rate. Just, I mean, it all it does is it's promoting using a hack. Like,
Well,
the game was made for like even like high FPS like with monitors
Okay,
was an
look.
unintended thing.
this was the mentality of all challenge lists, where every level that isn't possible in 60 was supposed to have a 60 FPS fixed version, and you can see how that just makes the levels much easier.
Yeah.
Because higher FPS for imperfects are way harder. And
Yeah, if you have
that's
like FD Final Destination, and it had to be 60 aligned. That is.
That's
like,
why initially 8 jumps of like stuff like 8 jumps of hell was not placed because it didn't align on 60, so then it has to be realigned on 60 for it to be accessible to everyone, right? And then it just becomes free. So it was not placed.
I mean,
But-
yeah, there is a problem. I agree that makes things harder, but at some point, like, I feel like you need to have a basic standard. Otherwise, you are promoting pretty much either have money to buy a complete setup to play a $4 game on Steam, or use a hack, pretty much. Like, there's very
I mean,
there's no other options.
literally everyone uses FPS bypass. So
I know, but like if you're playing on mobile,
there is FPS bypass for
iOS?
mobile.
for iOS.
Okay, well,
There's
not
for Android, but not for iOS.
Is there for us? I don't know.
I don't even
I-
think
I-
there's,
I-
I don't think
iOS
there's
anyway.
bypass for anything Mac.
For-
Yeah, there
you
is
can
for
bypass for Android, but like for iOS, it's locked on 60.
Yeah, I
you can't
guess.
change it. Even if you're playing on a 120 hertz iOS device, it's still 60 FPS.
Either way, I feel like to play a game that you're pretty much required to download a third-party program. Otherwise, you are at such a massive disadvantage. You can't beat the game.
Yeah, that's just
they're like
that's
possible.
just
The
the
levels
game
aren't
being
possible.
bad.
That is the game.
That's just the game being
sure.
bad.
They're not only borderline impossible, they some of them are impossible.
And
Yeah.
I agree, the game being bad, but I felt like there should have been. I mean, at this point, it's too late. Like it is too late. But
I would really like if there was a standard that didn't allow people to play at 360.
I mean, if you remember when the FPS bypass was first allowed, I think the cap was 300. I think at the time.
Yeah.
Now it's 360. It's going to keep raising the cap to a point to where you need to have a good enough computer to even run the frames.
Well, no, raising it to 360 makes sense since there's 360 hertz monitors.
No one has there's so few of those in circulation.
Again, none of that matters anyway because when 2.2 comes out, it's just going to be 240 is going to be the limit.
Yeah, 2.2 will be actually
when
horrible.
When it comes out,
I hope it never comes out. It will actually be.
I actually hope it doesn't come out either. I mean, we talked about this like the past few episodes.
Yo, I'm gonna go sleep now. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's wrap this up and let's do the question thing.
Okay.
Sure.
Wait, Venom, are you gonna leave now or can you like stay for a little?
Oh fuck! I'll save it on.
Okay. We'll do the last question now.
Well,
Actually, there's one more thing I wanted to talk about, sort of like ask Maxmur, which is, how do you like compare the current challenge list to the one when you were owner?
You mean? What do you mean by the list?
Like just not just the list itself, but like the community as well. You know, like.
Well, the community obviously got bigger, which made it less like friendly. I feel like
More retards joined in, I guess.
it was like back in my list, it was just a small, cool, chill community. And now there's just a lot of people who are like there's how there's friend groups, like multiple friend groups who all like hate each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit is like. Oh
yeah, I think when it's like
so tired of
when it was like really small, it wasn't big enough for that to happen. But now that it's like really big,
like there was no friend groups to form because the entire challenge list community was the friend group.
Exactly. Yeah.
that's awesome.
And I think sort of a community being more niche tends to make it better. Like I don't know why. I mean, this maybe doesn't only apply to GD, but I've noticed in GD a lot, like even when my channel was like smaller, I mean, to be honest, given my size, my comments are actually pretty decent, but like I noticed like when I had less subscribers and less people commented, the comments were sort of higher quality, but like as it got bigger, it sort of became more
I know what you're talking about.
So yeah, I think that's just a thing in general when anything gets big, but yeah, I mean, fair enough. Okay.
On the one side, though, I like in that sense, I dislike it getting bigger, but on the other hand, I really don't, because like it's a community that pretty much the only part of GD community I really care about at this point, and I wanted to like evolve and shit.
Fair enough. Anyway, okay, let's just go to the last question now. Okay, so this is the thing that Cinci spoiled for some reason. I don't know why he said it, but the question by Icecave was, can you/will you play Falling Hell Thick?
Oh, I didn't know he asked
What is that?
You idiot! We talked about it right beforehand.
I didn't listen. I was playing chess.
Why did you ask the question then?
Because I was just thinking, what's a terrible wave level that no...
Wait, you asked the question without even realizing...
No, that's why I was so confused why you guys got so mad at me. I was like, okay. You're like, not yet, since he was like, what?
This is the level, by the way.
What is the level?
Well, I was just thinking, what's the worst wave level I can think of? And so I grabbed that.
Did you not see it in the chat?
No.
Okay, what is the question?
Will you play this?
Will you play
will you play
by
this?
I Am Gone?
Icecave asked that for some reason.
How long is this? What the fuck?
3.5 minutes.
Am I supposed to unironically answer this question?
I don't know.
Yeah,
like, I don't.
Do an entire full practice run.
Will you upload a full practice run of this level?
It's possible. Like some parts are really physically impossible.
No, it's fixed.
I mean,
they said fixed.
No, it's fixed.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is a full practice run.
Well, will Venom play it?
No.
Dude, what if you
Why?
both played it? You race a practice
Oh,
run.
race
of
the
this.
practice run? Yeah.
Dude, you guys should race a practice run.
And you're not
I'll see you tomorrow morning, literally.
you're not allowed to use speed hacks either.
Yeah, you have to just spam. You can use fast respawn if you want.
Okay, no, but like, I mean, I'm guessing it's a unanimous no.
Yeah.
It makes
I
pretty
guess.
good content
No.
for an hour, 2 hours, 3.
Yeah, maybe
Lord.
if you sped up the footage by like 10 times.
More than 10, what the hell?
1,000.
Like, probably like a day straight of playing, and even then.
600 FPS and do 600 FPS frame
I mean,
perfect.
to be fair, it will not
Oh,
be
I
near as bad
can't
as
even
Synactus
play
practice
it.
run
I
of innards.
literally
I,
can't.
I think someone did like a 5-hour practice run
I
of like
can't,
silent circles.
run my game on higher than like 270 or something on layouts.
Yeah.
I can't even play that shit. What the fuck?
Okay. Well. Well. Anyway. Now that that's out of the way, what do you want to ask the next guest? Since there's 3 of you, we'll like.
3
ask-
different questions.
Yeah, 3 different questions.
Okay.
Okay, what's your question, Venom? Since you're like on the brink of passing out.
Opinions on KHC placement.
True!
Oh my god. Okay.
That's such a good question, holy shit.
I don't know what
Should be
KHC
moved
is.
up.
Wait, is
the
it
most
gonna be?
the most underrated level in the game.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's Demolish.
Most
That is still
overrated.
Demolish. I hope you fucking agree.
True.
Ah, Demolish
We
is
should
like
have talked about Demolish, man.
overrated.
You should have asked
Oh,
about
top
them all.
50.
I just realized this
We
is
should
a
have definitely
2-player
talked
mode. A
about more.
practice mode would be awful.
What?
It has a 2-player spam section.
Okay. What's your question, Maxmur?
Okay, well, wait. Who are the next guests gonna be like involved in the challenge community or
I
something?
think
I
it's
don't
Paco
know.
and like
I mean, if it's Paco and Blitzer, then
Oh my god, that'll be fun.
Okay. Okay, I want to ask. Well, mainly Paco, I guess. What is his ideal list guidelines?
Oh my fucking god.
okay, yeah.
I want the pain.
I
You're
mean,
a psycho.
honestly, that might have been a
That
question.
will be
we
the
would have
entire podcast.
asked- I feel like that question we should ask it like before the end.
Yeah, that should be a topic.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
All right, I mean, it doesn't. We don't have to ask at the end, so.
Yeah, whatever. We'll make that a topic, but we'll say that you asked it.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
make it a topic.
Okay, and then what about you, Ncat?
My question for the next guest, which is hopefully gonna be Blitzer and Paco, is when will cheating be disallowed on the demo list?
True.
Oh,
Changing
then-
FPS.
Yeah,
Yeah.
switching FPS mid attempt. Okay, yeah.
Don't,
I mean,
don't say that though when you ask the question.
but I mean, okay, that's the thing. That is literally one of the first topics I want to talk about, which is like,
Oh damn.
I want to talk to them about Huberry's double vortex record.
This is why you don't tell them.
Let's go. Oh my god, that's gonna be
can't
actually
think
the
of the
best
next
podcast.
Okay. Just okay. Ncat, just ask
Why would
like,
it be too plot relevant?
okay, forget that it's Pac or Blitzer. Just ask a question.
No,
Okay.
yeah, anyone.
Because if you think of it like, we have to ask
Okay, yeah,
Pac
I
or
guess
Blitzer, it might be a
I
topic
think
that
I
we were
should
gonna do
talk
anyway.
about
Uh,
that. Fuck, I had that in mind. That's like my only question. Holy shit.
Well, can't be worse than Stormfly.
Yeah, you can say anything, dude. After storm flies.
Yeah.
it could be something about, I don't know, like thinking space.
I think what's worse is the dude. I forget who it was. I just answered it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No
Can they-
hesitation.
Can they make it so if you don't get the coins on thinking space, your record get removed?
Okay.
Because that's how it was verified. So you have to get the coins on.
Okay.
That's
That's not how it works.
Someone who has no influence on the list at all, and you're just asking them, "Can you make it this way?" And they're just gonna say no.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
say
yeah,
yes.
let me hit up the DL real quick.
Yeah, that's my
Alright.
question.
Well, okay.
This was something.
okay.
Well,
okay.
okay. I guess that's it.
That's the entire question, really? Anyone else?
What? Do we need me to have a big question?
Does anyone?
That you know what? No, that's the question.
all-
I had a
Even if
big
it's not a
question.
demonless person, we're moving
I
on.
have a huge.
Yeah, we're
Wait,
gonna
isn't
ask,
Cinci supposed to
Fuck,
ask questions?
okay.
So since he's also a guest.
Yes.
I don't need to. I can bypass that. I asked the questions too early. Is my gimmick.
yeah, you literally did that this podcast. With
I
Ice
didn't
Cube.
mean to. I literally didn't know that was a question that Ice Cube asked. I
How the
forgot.
fuck?
Oh my god.
I was so confused why you guys got so mad. I was like, whatever, fine.
Okay.
Okay, well, yeah, that's it.